caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the...
Oh wait, I forgot about this shit. He was reaching on this video. Just real quick before we get into this Young Pharaoh shit, I want y'all to see this shit he said about he tried to use Meek Mill's, what Meek Mill said, to go at Zip, but actually what Meek is describing is him, and he tried to say he talk about you, so he tried to talk about talking about Zip, but nah, nigga, he's describing you. You the old head standing out in the corner for 30 years. It's not done.
Shall we begin? Shall we begin? It's always hard when you gotta spank somebody that you love.
Oh no, he didn't. Miss Peaches?
For 30 years, why is anybody even listening to him? Like, we should be telling, yo, shut up, man. We ain't trying to hear that. You've been in jail 13 times. You're in the corner for 30 years.
The fact that he said you gotta spank somebody that you love, like, from what Zip tells us that y'all never even knew each other outside of YouTube. So how you loving? Y'all didn't know each other until YouTube. Y'all just met. How you loving already, nigga? Talking about spank somebody you love.
45 years old, you still in the same corner. Nobody should be listening to you. And you gotta listen to this guy on the corner that never achieved nothing, never did nothing in his life just because y'all stuck in the same neighborhood.
Now listen to what Meek saying.
You gotta listen to this guy on the corner that...
Listen to what Meek saying.
For 30 years, why is anybody even listening to him? Like, we should be telling, yo, shut up, man. We ain't trying to hear that. You've been in jail 13 times. You're in the corner for 30 years. You're 45 years old. You still in the same corner. Nobody should be listening to you. And you gotta listen to this guy on the corner that never achieved nothing, never did nothing in his life. Just
who does this sound like?
Y'all stuck in the same neighborhood from public housing. You might become old just like him.
Who does that sound like?
Zip. That don't sound familiar?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Meek is talking to you.
Nigga, do you know that I can see you?
Nah, nigga, that you reaching. And the fact that you drag somebody, you can't win an argument without dragging somebody out. You ever notice that every time he gets into an argument with somebody, he drags other people into it? Bullets got it. Oh, old head was ready to kill you and your grandma, dragging that man into it. 10 toes down. He dragged 30 other people into it. Sinetta dragged some other nigga, random nigga that nobody know into it. Every time he gets into a beef with somebody, the first thing he does is grab somebody else and throw them in the middle of it.
Message!
Somebody ain't got nothing to do with it. And then, on top of that, you're reaching. You're reaching. He's describing you. Zip wasn't out there for 30 years on the corner. He'd been in jail the last 20 years. So that checks that out. You've been on the corner for the last 30 years trying to preach. You have been in there and haven't achieved nothing outside of YouTube. What have you achieved outside of YouTube?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
You can't keep saying that house. We already said that Real Drunk TV, aka Real G's TV, then already showed the deed to the house. It's not. It's your girlfriend's house. So you can't use the house because it ain't yours. All them cars and your girlfriend name. If she say you got to go, where do you go from there? Straight to the hotel, nigga. How you the only nigga that ain't been out in the corner for 30 years and ain't achieved nothing? How you gonna try to use me? And the fact that you try to use somebody else's argument to win a battle means you lost already.
Soldier boy, roll, Superman, them hold now, watch me, you. He's talking to you. Healer, wheeler, bring it back, come, rewind.
This is reaching.
Been on the corner for 30 years. Why is anybody even listening to him? Like, we should be telling, yo, shut up, man. We ain't trying to hear that. You've been in jail 13 times. You're on the corner for 30 years. You 45 years. Been
to jail 30. Zip is 30. Down to the T. Down to a T. You 45. You've been on the corner for 30 years. You've been in and out of jail. That describes you down to a T. Yeah, Zip. Nobody should be listening to his goofy ass neither, because yeah, he hasn't achieved nothing either, but he hasn't been on a corner for 30 years and ain't achieved nothing. Zip can argue, if I was on the corner them 20 years, I'd have been did this, or I'd have been, signed, or, he can argue that. You can, nigga. You actually was out here. What was you doing? Fucking Bambada. That was it. The only thing you achieved is how to make your knees touch your ankles. I make your elbows touch your ankles.
Oh my God!
That's the only thing you achieved. The only thing you achieved was how the perfect way to throw it back. This is a reach.
Never did nothing in his life just because y'all stuck in the same neighborhood from public housing. You might be cold just like him.
This describes him down to a T. Raj, what's up?
Say he's talking to you.
No, he's talking to you.
In jail, you've been going to jail since Sparford. You've been going to jail since Sparford. You're still on the same blocks, doing the same things.
What are you doing, bro? But
some of y'all,
I love how everybody knows Meek Mill was talking directly to him. How he tried to bounce it off of him onto Zip. That's what cracked me up. I was like, he really deflected it off of him into Zip and try to put it on Zip. No, nigga, he talking to you. He talking to you. You think because you moved with your girlfriend a couple minutes away from the hood, don't you achieve something? No, you didn't. What did you achieve?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
That's how you know niggas that never had shit. When they finally get something, they act like him and Young Pharaoh. Both of them niggas was humble as shit when they first came in the game, and the second they got a little bit of money, they went buck fucking wild. That's how you know it was all a ruse. Money to show somebody's real character. Because when you feel like you don't need nobody, you're not, you're less cautious about the things you say. You're less cautious about the things you do. Because you feel as though I don't need nobody, so fuck everybody. I'm gonna do what I feel. Tell me that ain't him and Young Pharaoh. When they didn't have it, they was humble. It was black peace and all types of shit. And then soon as they got some money. You know what I don't like about the black community? Fuck the black community. He got a snot box rock. Both of them. On their way up is black power. But once they get to the destination, fuck black people. And then when they fall, they come army crawling right back to us.
I'll ask, yo, what happened with you and Zip? Zip went left with me when I seen him sit with my enemies. Plain and simple.
Bro, You're a weirdo, bro. You said the same thing with Doggy Diamonds. Like, you don't want nobody. You keep talking about sitting with my enemy. You just don't want nobody to accept. You don't want nobody to do the same or better than you. I know people like you. I got people in my family like you that don't like to see other people have the same or better. He's one of those type of people. He don't like people having the same thing or better. You can't have the same as him. He wants all the spotlight to himself. You can't have none of the limelight. He needs all of it. And then soon somebody start doing something that he did and getting more attention for it, he gets butthurt. He finds an excuse to go at that person and try to take away their momentum. That didn't work, was it?
What's that song?
I think they both weirdos.
Shit, boy, I put you on. Put you on. Shots fired.
All right, we're gonna get to that Young Pharaoh video. I just wanted to show that real quick and show how fucking hypocritical it is. Like, nigga, how you gonna sit there and say that when you the only nigga that been out here? Zip ain't been out here, and I ain't taking up for Zip because, like I said, that nigga said something about my kids, and he's a fucking weirdo for that. You use your degenerate grandmother as an excuse. Yeah, now I'm saying something about your grandmother because you disrespecting my kids. I ain't say nothing about none of your family. Any problem, anything that I said about Zip, goofy ass, rockhead ass, I said about him. To him. That nigga gotta go for people's kids. That's how you know you's a bitch. Yeah, Leonard, he went at my kids. He was like, I see at your job, you gotta wear gloves, and then you touch your face with those gloves. He was like, do you kiss and touch them dirty ass kids with those gloves? Do you kiss the dirty ass kids with that dirty ass mouth? Some shit like that, net. And I'm like, bro, that's some nut shit. Like, I got you in your feelings so much, and it only stings when it's true. You is a bitch. Hassan called you out, you don't want to fight. 10 Toes called you out, you don't want to fight. The other bull called you out, you don't want to fight. You's a bitch. You can't come out here talking about, oh, I did this in jail, now knocking niggas out, punching on niggas, doing this, that, and the third, and then niggas test you on it. You talking about, no, I don't want to fight. You's a bitch. How am I wrong? You give your opinion on other people and I gave my opinion on that. You's a bitch. You would have said the same thing. If it was me, you would have said the same thing. If I came out here talking all this jail, I'm hard shit, and then somebody checked me on it and I bitch up and it happened more than once, you're gonna call me a bitch. You're gonna call me a loudmouth coward. That's I think I was justified in what I said. You wasn't justified in what you said. And then he openly admitted that he used his grandma as an excuse to talk about my kids. Yeah, everybody knows Zip ain't shit. He's a bitch. Everybody know. That's why nobody watching him like that. Like, when he talks about Hassan, look at his videos about Hassan Campbell and look at his videos about anything else. You'll see a huge difference. And you're repeating the same shit about Hassan Campbell. You ain't saying nothing that nobody else ain't said about Hassan Campbell. You ain't said. You actually stealing other people's argument. I was the first one to say, yo, and then he said it right. I tagged him in my video where I said this. I tagged him in my video. I put the video up. I tagged him in the video where I said, yo, come to think about it, has anybody seen any evidence of Hassan Campbell being around Bambaataa as a child? Tagged him in the video because the video was about him, but I so happened to say that. His very next live, he said the same shit. You stole Let's Get to That from Shut Up and React. You can go to Shut Up and React videos from last year and the year before and hear him say, let's get to that several times. And you know who Shut Up and React is. You watch his videos because you mentioned him. So that's admission that you stole his shit. And you notice that he answered everything else I said about him except that.
You better be careful, little buddy.